Welcome to another drawing session with me, Sean, and I'll be working on my comic today. I thought I'd just clean up some of these like rougher pages and possibly get some color into these pages so that we can move ahead, because I just want to refine this before I go forward. So, yeah, let's get the glove on. Where to go? Finding the glove is always the best part of the night. There it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Sorry, it bumped right into the mic. Okay, let's see. This will probably be a little bit shorter, but that's only just because I want... That doesn't mean that I won't get anything done. It just means that I don't want to be doing it for like an hour and a half. So we'll probably get a few pages like cleaned up a little bit, and then I'll do some color. And maybe do something else. We'll see if I have time. But I'll probably not do that, because I was thinking of doing working a little bit more on finishing the logo, but I want to do that off this because I don't want to take up time for that. So I might do a time lapse for that too. That one will probably be just public, because it's not the same thing as the ones that are like character design ones and pages being fully colored and rendered. Because I'm gonna leave these as flats, and then I'm gonna go in and make special oops, I did not know I was doing that. Make special recordings for the patrons who are at the $5 tier. Oops, he's not ring. Let's see if I keep getting him. Where they can see the texture and the color in the further like shading and detail being put in. So, and you can, if you're interested in that, and you'd like to see the process in general, which will be updated soon. I know I keep saying that, but this weekend I'm going to update it. I know I will. So, yeah, I'm gonna be posting that this weekend, and you can there's several different tiers, and a lot of stuff's in the $5 tier, so that's the best one probably for now. But I'm adding more to each one as I go along, so I just figured that's the most realistic, and I see a lot of people doing that. So if you're interested, the address, did I have it on one of these? Let me check something. Fine. I pick this up. Take this over here. Whoops. I just want to see if I have a... I thought I did. No, not that. Not that. Some of this stuff would be useful though. Comic. I gotta organize this stuff better. Documents, maybe? Is that on her? No. What is this? I do not remember this. Huh. That's an old drawing. It must be, because I don't remember it. Or did we work? I must have done this during one of the random drawing sessions, like on a Sunday. Maybe probably the first one, honestly, because that drawing is not... Oh, well, here we go. 1 second. I just gotta raise the resolution. There we go. Because I'm just refining this a little bit more. So maybe that'll be the other thing we'll work on. Is just cleaning this up more so that we can finish it and just get it ready so that I can just use it for like the other streams, like for my for my Instagram and all that. But like I said, if you're interested in supporting this, you can go to patreon.com/srdunbar, and that will be where you can pledge to different tiers. Like the $1 tier is always appreciated. However, if you go to the $5 tier, you can get so many things. Like there's there's gonna be lore updated on there. Like I might even make bestiary character pages. I'm gonna have the time-lapse videos for at least the character designs. Like I'm gonna do full pages for each person, like drawing them and doing their character sheets. I'm doing like new ones for all of them, updated with like more like this style. And there'll be time lapses for the like I said, for the rendering of the pages, the comic pages actually. And that I haven't decided entirely, but I believe that might also be $5. But we'll see. I think that's pretty fair. I mean, I think, but I'm gonna look around and do some research. But I think that should be a good price range because honestly, if every little bit will help. So, and like I said, I'm researching more things to put into the higher tiers that are like equivalent for that. But for now, until I get a larger following, I'm gonna just stick to focusing on the lower tiers and just making them really fun so that you guys get a lot of cool stuff. You're gonna get a lot of cool stuff because that's what I want to do. I want to give you like a bang for your buck. Like everything's gonna be like you're just gonna get a lot of different stuff, which I think should definitely add some incentive to those. And because I know that like a lot of people who are into Patreon might have, like for instance me, I have a couple different people I am subscribed to, and it's easier mentally and probably financially to just do those lower tiers. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But if you want to do just like a one time for the higher ones too, that's also fine. Like it's whatever you feel comfortable doing. Because if you do one time for like the 5 or 10, even that would help. So like for instance, I'd once again like to send a special thanks to Tim Hurley for his donation. He's my first patron, so thank you. And hopefully more coming soon. I'm gonna try and get some put this up on a few different forums on Discord. So, but yeah, we'll work on this a little bit. Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll do some cleanup and then we'll do some more work on this, and then that'll be our day. Like we'll work until like 8:15, I'd say here. So like it's like 45 minutes. So I just wanted to show this. I'm working. This is a preview of just me roughing out this character. I might, when I get it done, do another one where I just take one of these roughs and then render over it, and that'll be my time sync for my time lapse for her June, because I'm working off like different ideas of different influences for her clothing. Like I want to go for like a rock aesthetic, but I'm not sure which musician I'm gonna lean towards yet. So we'll play around a little bit more. I mean, I did have a pretty good idea earlier, but I might stick with just that honestly for now, and then maybe like I'll have like her like uh end of first, either like her uniform when she goes into the forest, and then her uniform when something big happens maybe changes because maybe she loses some of her clothing on the trip because they had to leave their luggage behind, and then she had to like improvise and just go into like a store or something and grab the quickest thing she could find, like from a like discount like store, like yeah, some kind of discount store. And so maybe I did like a hodgepodge kind of like punk look or something at one point, and then at the end she'll have like her battle gear and stuff. Like she'll find some of her old clothing that gets brought to her or something, and then kind of like the end of Full Metal Alchemist, she just like goes all out and has like a full like rock uniform on, and but also armor, and yeah, something like that. Just to add, just to show like her arc. So let's work on the second page a little bit. Let's get rid of this because I shouldn't be putting in word bubbles yet. Or not that kind of word bubble. I kind of want to just mapping pen. I think I like mapping pens actually a lot. Oops. Not when they're that small. They're pretty nice, yeah. Mapping or I mean, they're all. Honestly, I have all these brushes, and I can't tell you the difference between some of these. They are like the same. Some of these are a little bit better. Like that one. This one's actually really nice. You get a good range with this one. I did recently install some more, so I'm just going to like root through this and find them because, like I said, I kind of just like threw everything onto here, and some of this stuff is. Let's see if this. What's this do? Oh, this is kind of. Is this no? It says it's angled, but it's not really showing anything when I angle the brush, so I'm not sure what that means. Whatever. They're all the same. In fact, let's try a different thing completely. This has a texture to it. I kind of want to do something with texture since we're just doing roughs. Like, nope. That's good. We can just make it bigger. Yes, this is what we want. So, what's this? Okay. Oh, I see. Okie doke. What? What? Oh, I see. Because it's a lower. Ah. Okay, doke. Okay, so let's do another layer now. I'm just gonna work on doing some of the. Still no idea where he went. It'll show up. Face pops up. I was even thinking, like, see, that's hard to show here. Because this is a good composition. I mean, this is okay. I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard. But I like this composition here. I'm not sure I like exactly where everything is. But I like the fact that it's like, so, excuse me. There's some things that I wish I could get to show better, but like for instance, she was originally in this going to be on her bed, so maybe I make her legs more like this, and then cut this panel down to here, so that she's clearly like just in her. She's got like socks on, and like her other foot can be just her knee, but that one you can see her foot. She's arcing her back a little bit, so this is actually going to be lower. So maybe we'll take all of that from that layer. Is that? Oh, it's both. Man. Well, we'll try this. Nope. Okay. Go down. Down. I'm going to lower her head down a little bit more. I think it was too high. Eep. See, that should be good, I think. We can clean it up and everything. Nope, not if we're on the wrong layer. And not if we're doing this. Okay. Now maybe we can find where it is. I said go away. You're bad. No. Okay, I'm not there either. There? Yeah, it was the layer that I started with, of course. It's always where you least expect it. Okay. Yeah, because I was already starting to use the pencil brush. I kind of like that texture, so it'd be really fun to have like just a nice like. We could try and do a colored pencil kind of feel maybe, and then maybe when we're refining it more, I can add like a little some harder edges in certain areas. But like initially, like it would be kind of cool if it had that kind of like pastel-y colored pencil kind of look. And if we don't like that, I can change it to something simpler because I also want to be able to do this with all the pages and not take forever because it's taking already longer than expected. But I mean that's how production works. You never can gauge on these new projects how they're going to go, so especially when this is an idea that came from another idea that itself was just too big at the time, so or it's still now even, but that's why we're doing this, because this will be this will be like what irons out everything. So whoops, that was not the right pencil. Is that the pen? Pencil. Why does that? Oh, guess that's kind of what I want. See, that's not good. I don't like that. Wait, what? What? Oh, never mind. I'm fine. I'm good. Oops. Okay. I see. See, this would be good for like doing her outfit when I get around to that. That looks cool. Oops. Sorry, I want to put this down. It's a little loud. Well, for me it is. Hopefully it's. I hope you guys can hear me. So I'm thinking about temporarily getting. Whoops, that's part of the guitar. And we can erase it, so there's no point in worrying too much about everything. But I just want to see. I never actually saw the original Justice League movie. Just because it's. I'm kind of, and I hate sounding like all like, I'm not even sure the word, but maybe hipster or whatever, or the worst version of that, whatever that is now, by saying that I was feeling a little bit of superhero fatigue, and I just wanted to go back into my cartoons because I've been watching like Close Enough, and I might watch, but they also like they I might. Well, I mean, I want to watch Close Enough. Like they have it there too, and there's Harley Quinn's on there, and it'd be fun to watch that because I got pretty far in that, but I didn't get to finish it. Well, I didn't get that far. I only saw a few episodes, but I liked what I mean, it was fun. It was goofy, but it's supposed to be. So like from what I saw, like Bane was really fun, and so was the shark guy. So and all the main characters. I think I like Ivy more than Harley Quinn, though. I think you're kind of supposed to. You're supposed to like her more, because she's more of the pragmatic one out of the two of them, which is, I mean, makes sense because she's, as she points out, she's an eco-terrorist. She's not a super villain. I mean, she does do some pretty terrible stuff, and in the comics, I could say it's debatable whether she's actually like not just a crazy evil person. Yeah, this is too. This would be good for something. I'm not sure what yet, but it's pretty cool. It gives you some really nice. Well, I'm not sure why it's called a pencil though. It doesn't really look. It feels more like just a really thick brush. I'll leave it for just plotting out larger shapes. What's this? This is just the same thing, but just, yeah, it's just good for like freckles and that kind of stuff, maybe. What are we doing? What's Artemis Hard? Oh, wow. That's big. Smudge pencil. Well, this is a smudge one, so this is what you can use just to go in there and do that, I guess. But this is interesting. What are you? Nothing. Smudge tools are not for me right now. Do 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 do. We could. See what? Nice. Okay, I don't know why you look like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. That might be one of his. I'm probably. Oh no. I'll look it up. Next stream. There's like. This is probably one of the ones I want to use though. 'Cause it actually has more texture to it. But yeah, there's a couple different things on there that look pretty cool. I'm hoping that the DC stuff isn't only there for this month with because of the Justice League, because that would stink if I get it and then try and watch a whole bunch of like things through for there, like the Doom Patrol and stuff, and then I start the first episode of one of them and like it, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, you better go get DC now because you can't watch it here. That'd be a shame. Which is probably what's going to happen. Okay. Sorry, it takes so long to do this. Like, this is why time lapse will be so much more worth it. When and I will try and plan these out in the future more because live is so difficult. It's like you just never know what you're gonna what you're gonna accomplish in like an hour. Cause in our time, that's actually not that long. That's like, I mean, typically after this, I usually go and draw for like another 2, just doing like practice and some anatomy, redraw some old stuff, work on like the logo some more, that kind of stuff, and it all adds up to a lot of time. But I want to move forward, so I'm just going to try and talk to some people and find some ways to just be more efficient so that I can move forward and you can see more of this comic, because I'm hoping by next week I'll have the next story arc figured out. I did write it down. I'm running the rough of it and plotting it out. So, and that should be out sometime either next week or the week after. And this is intro to the first 2 characters. I know it's weird for me to say this after like half hour of drawing this, but oops, see, that's the thing you got to be careful of with drawing these characters. It's like continuity. Like in the later pages, he's fighting, and he only has short sleeves on, so he shouldn't be wearing any sleeves. Oops. Well, I don't like that. That's too thick, especially considering he's further away. It does not make sense. What are you? You're nothing. I don't know what you are. That's kind of cool. We'll do that. Yeah, he's fun to draw. It's going to be kind of challenging drawing someone with a mustache with expressions, but there's a couple different comics I'm reading now that are like that. Oh gosh, what was that one that was really cool from the aughts? Which is always a weird word. I'll think of that too and tell you later, but there was this one artist that I had listened to he had a podcast I listened to all the time, and he offered advice for making comics back then. I might have to go back and listen to them again. But he had a character with a giant mustache. This I forget. I don't want to guess because I don't remember entirely. So I have another idea for this page, and I'm going to see after this stream if I can play around with this layout a little bit. Where she's actually rocking out to a video. But I don't know, that seems... I'm not sure if I want to do like a, like Gurren Lagann thing where you leap into the future and then you go to the past. Or if I want to do more like a, wait, let's make it so easy. No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe he's resting his... He's actually resting it. Maybe he's kind of like... Yeah. Kind of like trying to look cool. Like, hey, I just chilling here. Everything okay? Sitting on... But the perspective's wrong for that. It should be more like this. Yeah. Hey, D. Sorry we keep missing each other this week. I don't know if when I'm trying to do some live drawing with you, but it's been bad luck, and hopefully we'll get one in later this week. Or, like I said, I'm going to be off pretty soon, so maybe we can do one at like 8:15. And that would be my tag on Instagram is srdunbar82. So, not tag, my username is that. So if you want to pop over, if you're on this and you want to, well, if you're on this, then you're D. So, well, unless you're listening to this later, and in which case, if you want to catch those, you can always go to the srdunbar82 on Instagram. And there's, if you don't have Instagram, I'm sure there's pretty easy like tutorials on Google on how to set one up. I know it's might seem like a lot, but honestly, I did it really quick. So it's you don't have to have anything on it. So don't worry about like having to like link to a files and I mean a pictures folder or something goofy like that. It's just really just for networking and for people who, I mean, other than artists, it's mostly just people who like do fashion and who do different stuff like that. But it's been really popular with creatives, so that's why I like it a lot. He just looks a little concerned here. He's just like, maybe raise that eye a little bit. So he's not looking so mad, but more just like, like, let's lower the decibels there, little miss. Not wake up the whole town. But then she's just like, yeah, see, there's that awesome mustache. Behold the mustache of glory. See, drawing his mouth is going to be tricky, but I'm going to look and see how people do it, because there's got to be a trick to making it. You know what? It's fun. I don't even know why I'm saying that, because honestly, all I have to do is go look up some images of get some reference photos for people with like decent sized mustaches, and then just use those for a guide for what it looks like when and how to like portray emotion with it, because it's got to be easy. I mean, I listened to a super expressive web cartoonist right now, and he's Brad Geiger, and I'm sure he might even just have like some saved images of himself. Like maybe I could ask if I could get some from him. But because I am a patron of his. But that doesn't mean he has to. Yes. Oh, good. You're here. I wasn't sure when. I know sometimes you have just enough time to pop on and say hi, but yeah. Oh yeah, and I also kind of I'm catching up on Final Space. I gotta watch the last. I guess the new season started, so I'm gonna have to start watching them through um through cable. Just kidding. We're having a little bit of trouble with our internet and everything. So, if anyone who's listening to this later has advice on a good router, I could actually use some good advice. I don't like that. Let's not do that. I'll save that for when I'm doing the coloring. But yeah, I'm looking for a decent router. Actually, D, if you have any advice, if you have any thoughts on that, I could use yours too. Because I just need one that will be strong enough for the entire house, and one where it'll be strong enough that these streams won't drop in latency. Because, like I said, as this goes along, I'm gonna be doing more different things with this. Like, I'm gonna try and do some Zoom meetings with people at the higher levels, like $10. We'll get a Zoom meeting, and 20. I think we'll do a draw along or something like that. Or I don't know. There'll be a different. Maybe they'll just be yeah. Like yeah, probably $10. You can talk to me while I'm drawing, and then for 20, I can look at your work and while I'm drawing, and we can talk about your comic too, and shoot ideas back and forth and that kind of stuff. Something like that. But I do like this brush, actually. It's pretty nice. It's got a nice feel to it. It's old school. I think I know what this is, and I'd like to see some more. No, I don't. Come on, show me your texture. It's kind of nice. It's got a little bit of a tooth to it. Not quite what I want. This is what I want. Yeah. This is my pocket brush. This is what I use when I'm drawing in the field, so kind of. How long did I say? Oh, yeah. Darn. Well, We'll do... Come on, I hate that these notifications pop up on this screen. Sorry about that. I'm gonna turn those off. I'm not even sure why I'm getting like subreddit notifications anyway. I don't use Reddit much. This is her showing off her new guitar to her dad because she's... She was taking some lessons, and then she decided be just easier to make her own, which they're... Oops. No, stop. She's done some help. She's helped her father a little bit with some carpentry, so she knows a little bit about that stuff, but she actually got help from her teacher actually to make this, and we'll possibly catch up with them later on in the story. Because beginning, I'm gonna kind of like move things along so they have to leave the village. They're gonna leave town pretty quick, but there's multiple different scenarios in this story, in this world, and they might retrace their steps, or they might run into their teacher might pursue them to try and help them with something. But and this is not great on the whole perspective thing. The problem is I don't have a background to align to, really. Maybe if we do that. Maybe she's got some A-tracks in here or something. Some of them are sticking out like that. I was tempted to just do the Misfits logo or something there, but that'd be too much of an obvious thing. Although she'd be probably more of a Steve Miller or something. More rock out of that. So she's into the old school stuff like Rush and Steve Miller. Maybe the Doors? Yeah, why not? You gotta like something. I still like some of their stuff. So. I think it's been a while, but or instead of all that nonsense, we put her computer screen here, and she's got some. She does have that video playing on one screen over here. I don't know, it's an idea. Where this person's just rocking out, and then over here she's got her sound equipment set up to some frames. So she's like recording her music. I don't know what I'm gonna look at what it looks like for the final thing, but I kind of like that idea. That idea is kind of cool. Yeah, where she's just recording her and she's got like a Yeti here on the table. Nah, she's gonna go like she's gonna do what I'm doing and use a one with an arm. So it'll be like kind of like up and down and over her shoulder. Attached to there, which is the edge of the table. Should be at an angle a little bit just so that it's not like lined up with the order. Yeah, that's good. I just want to kind of hint that what she was doing is recording. Practicing and recording. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm practicing and, well, I'm trying to progress while practicing, but practicing the streaming side of this. And here's where he's going to like gush over the technique she used. He's just like, oh my gosh, look at all this detail. He's just looking at all the small runes carved into it. And let's do a white. So oops, no, that doesn't work. Let's go gray, not red, gray. We'll do it, we'll draw for another 10 minutes. So I said, I'm trying to keep these shorter, but I think an hour is pretty good. I was going to do show you a little bit of that other thing, but I think it's better just to save that and just show you guys next week. Well, I hope next week that finished. So yeah, it's got like some runes there, some and then it's going to have a whole bunch of runes going out across this thing. And then it's going to have I thought about embedding some crystals in it that will light up based on what kind of magic she's using. Just to give it a little bit more character. Sorry, I thought I'd do more than one page, but apparently it takes an hour to just even go over a layer once. So but I mean, that's how this works with this stuff. It's a long process, and I'm gonna get more of it. That's why the time lapses are gonna be so much. If you want to see the progression faster, like I'll probably try and do like 15-minute ones for characters and maybe like 25 for pages or something like that. Or I'll see what people want. I'll do 25. I'll start with 25 for the pages, and if that's too long, maybe I can cut them into pieces. Like I'll do just like for the future pages, maybe I'll do like because we might do different things in the future on Thursdays. Like I might just do like character challenges on Thursdays and random stuff. On Sundays still, but just different challenges. Like most of this will just be stuff based around the comic. So like it'll be a comic book day, but just like fun stuff on comics, and then there'll be a fun day with whatever we want. And by we, I mean preferably you, because I don't mind choosing, but I want you to enjoy it even more. So, okay, how are we doing on time? We're getting close. Yeah, this is where they like. I like that eye. She's just like, what the? Yeah, this crash, and she's looking behind her like, what? There's her nose. There we go. Get rid of her. Yeah, that looks cool. Just like, huh? No. No, that looks too happy. Yeah, more like that, where it's just like a slight hint at her mouth right there, like that. Like, what? And he's just looking over like, maybe I'll make his eyes squinty, maybe even so that he's like just like, oh, what happened now? Wait a minute, what am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Because, yeah. Goes around, and this is here. So you're going to see, like, I'm also thinking about making a few of my own fonts. I did download a few a while ago, but I'm not really digging them much. So, and I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that for what I hate saying digging. They're just not working with what I want to do with this comic yet. I might have something for them in the future. Like, there's a fantasy one that I'll probably use for text when in the, like whenever they're looking at a book or something, I'll probably use that. When it's a close-up of something like them reading, so that it's easy to read for the reader too. But like for the logo, well, I mean, I showed you it. It's, I don't know. It's on the promo that I had at the beginning, which I'll show now because we're near the end. That's the font. Those are the two fonts actually. Yada Yada is the smaller one, and it's. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. And I like that, and I probably will use that for the text bubbles. It's easy to read and it's nice. Just gotta make sure that I get the kerning right and everything for it, but kerning and leading, which is just to say the spacing between the letters and the spacing in between the lines of the sentence as you bring them down for people who weren't forced to learn this stuff for a BFA, graphic design. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I just feel that doesn't really fit for my, which is why I'm having trouble with the logo a little bit, because if it was easy, I would just use that and just squish it together, or because see, even with this, I had to push it apart. You can tell that the letters are spaced out a lot, and I might even have to fix them there because their bard is really spaced out a lot, more than it should be. But that's because it's uniform and those letters on that side. This is boring. I'm sorry to bore anyone, but I just wanted to explain really quick. Spreading the letters out makes it so that they don't touch, because if they touch, then it looks weird and it's harder to read. That's all I'm saying. And I just want to make my own font because there's a program called Calligrapher, which I can use to like just make my own font for like maybe I can make my own rune language or something like that, and then just make them resemble font letters so that I can just like use them for spells, and then just I can just instantly just type things out and make like whatever gibberish I want. Like I can just even like lorem ipsum and then just like copy paste it into the and as the font, and then that would be like them casting a spell. But yeah. So I'd say we're pretty close to the end right now. I'm just gonna pop back to what I was. Nope. Yeah. We got a little more done. I got her head went. I fixed her orientation on the first page. So the composition looks a little better, and she's got her. Oops. Why am I on the? Oh, that's because I'm the white. But I fixed her feet a little bit, so they're like more defined. So she's doing like a power slide kind of pose. And she's on like the balls of her feet. Kind of a little bit. I don't like that. Well, I can fix that. The point is she's on her bed, which will be going off here. She's on like the edge of her bed. I added in the runes on that one so that you can tell what he's actually looking at. I gotta put in you know what? Let's just put in a word bubble here. We got the the computer screen showing her video and audio. So she's rocking out and it's like showing off, and I cleaned up his face. I added more detail to his face. I fixed the bottom panel a little bit. Working more on the sound effects. So, yeah, I should have more of this done by next week. Last week was kind of crazy. I hate saying that every time, but it has been crazy. But I should have more done soon. I'm going to put a lot of these pages up online and get some critiques. And I should have some work posted this weekend on the page for Patreon viewers. I don't know if I'll have a time lapse done, but I'll have one. You know what? Yeah, I might do the if I'm lucky, I'll get the logo done, and I'll do a time lapse of that, or just a mock time lapse, I guess, because I don't have any. Yeah, but we could, or maybe I'll do it. What I'll do is probably just a quick time lapse of June, just like me goofing around and having fun, and I'll probably just do it'll just be me trying to figure out how to do time lapses in this software, because I think what you do is you go into new and then it's not here. See, this is what I'm confused about, and this is another thing, if someone could explain to me. I have EX. Why don't I have C time lapses in here? I'm clearly missing something. But anyway, I'll do some of that in the next 2 weeks. Like, you'll see more of that coming up. And you'll also see some flats pop up on there. Cause I can't guarantee, I won't lie and guarantee like fully rendered things on there yet. I need to get a lot of critiques, and I need to play with, I'm not going to do like the difficulty of going into like all the rendering of a page and then find out I don't like the angle, or other people think that these angles aren't good. I think this page is probably it should be okay, but I'm still probably just going to wait even for this. Like The first page actually wouldn't be that bad to do it for my first time thing because it's just one panel. So that'll probably be the first one I did. Like if I, and it's already like, it's roughed out, but it's like closer to being rendered. So I could see that being something where I just like take it to the next level in Procreate. And I think it's easier to do time lapses than that. And then just save it and bring it over here and edit it in Streamlabs. So yeah, it's been an hour now, and thanks for anyone who's watched to the end of this. I'm surprised. Thank you. You're the best. Like I said, I'm gonna do some more drawings for the lore, like the characters, and they're trying to write up a history for each one in the next few weeks. Like I'm gonna try and do like what elves mean in this world and what. Although, see, I'm always nervous about that. Maybe I'll just do creatures actually. And I mean, I will draw what elves look like, but I'm not gonna do like a history of them. Other than just to say like there might be different alignments and different groups of people worshiping different things, have slightly different traits attached to the deities or the nature spirits that they follow. So, like different fairy folk have different things attached to them. Different people and from around the world will have different things attached to them based on their magic. So hopefully by next time you see this, I'm gonna have the panels more clearly defined, and some like not necessarily like colors, but maybe color just like themes. Like I might do like a cool color on a panel and all that. So yeah, I got a bit of work to do. Is what I'm coming out and saying right now. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again on Sunday. And I think we're gonna be doing a. I have a fun idea. Actually, I have a fun kaiju I'm gonna draw. That's one of them's definitely. I'm gonna draw some kaiju, and one of them's gonna be Clifford the Big Red Kaiju. So look forward to that. It's not gonna be violent. It's gonna be very wholesome and fun for that one anyway. Because I grew up with Clifford, and I don't want to like put him in situations that are violent because he's not a violent dog. But yeah, look forward to that on Sunday. Is Kaiju Mania. So I could have thought of something probably